Time it on Young, but as Jay mentioned, everybody will be a part of it. Young has had games where he's taken as few as 9 shots, as many as 39. Overall, the shooting percentages are quite credible for a guy who's got the ball in his hands as much as he does. Follow attempt no good for Kadeem Latin. Back comes Texas, but the Horns turn it over, and Young will get an assist on the bucket by Brady Manick.
So you know that Texas wants to get the ball up court quickly. This is not a great
in the country. Roach with a wing free.
The more Texas moves the basketball and moves themselves, they will give this Oklahoma defense a chance to break down with all the switches.
15-foot jumper not there. Nice tip back out though by Rashard. Move into a 3-way tie for the conference lead with a win here in Austin. Texas can get back to the 500 mark in league play with a win here tonight.
Dylan Osetkowski is guarding Odoms. That's a 3-man. That's an interesting choice that's being made by Shaka Smart. That is a great pass by Jace Febres.
A switch, Bamba out to help try to take the ball out of Young's hands. James back after missing the Tuesday game with and that's how Shaka Smart tried to simulate for his team the range that Trae Young brings to the game.
And he is going to make some from there. Yeah. Every game there was almost one there, but you got to stay on your feet.
Into Latin in the post. Over Bamba, tough shot. They don't all show up as block shots, but he'll alter at least as many as he blocks.
Such a presence and doing a great job of staying on the floor and leaving the floor second so he doesn't pick up a foul.
And an easy call there. Push off with the left arm on Kermit Roach. And now they drop back on D.
And Odoms has Dylan Osetkowski on him, and he can drive this matchup. But that's a choice being made by Shaka Smart and his staff.
Young steps inside, soft touch.
Really gets defenders off balance like that.
Osetkowski with a shot fake and then a look away pass fake, but he couldn't get it to the rim.
That's where he's got to go strong.
Young, what a feed to Odoms, about a 60-foot pass for the bucket.
That means you've got to be connected to him all the time and cannot leave.
Meanwhile, second foul on Kadeem Latin, and the starting 5 of the Sooners goes to the bench. Jamani McNeese, redshirt junior, back from an ankle issue the last couple of weeks. He's checked in off the bench. Coleman gets a little separation and knocks down another jumper.
Point guard had a rough finish to the Texas Tech game where he missed 3 free throws late, then fouled out. And it really affected him. 3 in the morning, he was in the gym shooting free throws. Whoa, that was beyond the tape.
The 6 threes he made against Baylor were all at least 30 feet away from the basket. That one looked to be about 30 feet, and he missed it.
And you're not surprised when he pulls up. It's so impressive.
What is more impressive to you, his range or his vision, like we saw right there?
Do I have to choose? It's out on the floor, afraid of absolutely nothing. And he's even adjusted his game. You know, he took 39 shots one game against Oklahoma State in a loss, and came back against Kansas, and he was so efficient.
Scored 26 points on just 9 field goal attempts against the Jayhawks. 5 points, 3 assists already. Eric Davis misses the 3. It comes free to Bamba.
Give credit to Jace Febres for keeping that ball alive so it could get to Bamba. Jace Febres has really come on as a player. Great move. That's big time.
Young uses the ball screen, but a little
move and then attack.
Still Davis, 5 to shoot. He'll hoist it.
Yeah, not a good offensive possession for Texas.
Another long look by Young. His 4th assist of the game already.
Now, when you take a shot that your teammates don't expect, that is giving a run-out chance to Trae Young that he will take advantage of. So good offense is really the first thing for the defense of Texas. Their offense has to help their defense if they want to win this game.
Young has either scored or assisted on every basket that Oklahoma has so far in this game.
And so far, Texas' plan to get the ball out of his hands is not working.
McNeese doing some work underneath. And rewarded for. He's got range, but way too strong on that baseline jumper.
Well, it's just another bad shot off of one pass. Nobody moved at all. They're not putting any pressure on this Oklahoma defense.
Young with a little Steve Nash-like move, and then a travel by McNeese to take us.
Made in a lab somewhere from some sort of tissue from Steph Curry because they're almost clones on the offensive end. The one place, though, where Trae Young has to get better, he is not a good defender.
I know this. We're not going to have a chance to compare Young's junior numbers to Curry's junior numbers because... And a deep three for Davis when not a lot was going on in that possession.
Davis has been playing much better since Big 12 play started. Had a really good outing against Texas Tech. He had 11 points and 4 steals in that one.
What a terrific pass there from Young. His ranked opponents. I mean, you can just look at his numbers any which way you
anybody,
want.
yeah.
And they are crazy. They are unlike just about anybody has done as a freshman in the history of the game. Going over the top.
It was well read by Febres, but McGusty just went over him.
Doolittle doing a lot of dribbling and now kicks it back.
Easy. The ball went right into Jamoni McNeese because Bamba was playing behind him and didn't discourage that pass in the least.
And now the Sooners running off the miss by Coleman. Another look inside, and assist number 6 for Young is McNeese.
Disadvantage, and all the paint points, there have been 18 paint points in this game for Oklahoma. The overwhelming majority of those have come because of poor transition defense by Texas.
You know, there was a guy before the game, a Texas fan, yelling loud during the warm-ups at Trae Young saying, "Hey, Trae, you going to pass today?" You don't want to burst this guy's bubble, but yeah, he shoots a lot. But he's leading the country in assists at 9.5 per game. This is by no stretch of the imagination a selfish player. And Young has 6 assists in the first 10 minutes of this game already. Won't stay down for Bamba. And now Sims gets undercut. And a foul going.
Pushing Doolittle under the basket.
Osipkowski back into the game. Bamba averaging better than 15 points per game his last 11. They set him up again in the post. He turns it over, but Texas retains possession. Coleman. I'll tell you, McNeese is making the most of his playing time with the early foul trouble for Latin in this game.
I think Kerwin Roach has got to pick Trae Young up closer to half court. If you let him get into the
USA basketball team coached by Shaka Smart a couple of years ago in Chile, an under-18 team that won the gold. Turned over by the Longhorns. Young, another long pass and another slam. This time it's Odoms.
Well, the outlet pass was made by Mo Bamba trying to save
Tennessee Tech, and he and Coach Smart went out for dinner, and Bamba said to his coach, "You've got to be tougher on me." And Shaka Smart said, okay, and he has been. And at the beginning it was, maybe he's not ready for this, maybe he's not ready for that. But they needed him to do more. Shaka Smart's releasing a statement today saying that Jones is now being treated in Houston at Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center. And the family has said, quote, that Andrew has made some positive strides. And a ton of well-wishers both here in Austin and really throughout the Big 12 and NCAA community. You can see Boom on the front of the shooting shirts. That is one of Andrew Jones's most common expressions. And that was Elijah Mitru Long holding a Jones jersey. There's a Jones jersey still hanging in his locker, of course, inside the locker room. And everybody just sending their hopes and prayers.
But at the end of it, it's no harm, 1 foul.
To paraphrase. A 6-point lead for Oklahoma on the road here in Austin. Mannequin open look for a 3, a little bit strong. And here come Roach and the Longhorns.
Boy, have to be. You know, Dan, I think it's pretty fortunate for Texas right now, given how poorly the Longhorns have played on the offensive end, that they are only down by 2 possessions.
Yep. A turnover there on Roach. Deep one, Young.
Wow.
The follow. Oklahoma, number 14. Open corner look, Davis. And how about that? The friendly bounce. Young through the hands of McNeese, who was in great position. His first of the night. 5 points. Young has only taken 6 shots. He's 2 for 6, 1 for 4 from 3. He's got 8 assists in this game. That's where he's really made his mark. Sims kept that foot down. In some trouble right now, but he got bailed out by a foul.
Product around.
Well, as Reese says, give America what they want.
Don't get in the way of the moneymaker.
4-point game. And Young and Oklahoma break the pressure. Oh, he's got an open look. Can't find the range so far.
Hurry.
And he's been, as good as he's been in the first half of games, he's been lethal in the second half of games. He has scored more points.
What a pass. What a pass.
Young has scored more points in the second half of Big 12 games this year than anybody else in the league has scored overall in entire games. Assist number 9 on the lay-in by Odoms.
And another score off of poor offensive execution by Texas. The turnover, the run out. These turnovers for touchdowns are killing Texas right now.
Davis in the corner again.
Nothing to the basket right now for Texas. They are settling for jump shots.
The pass through the fingertips of Manic. Bamba. Jump hook. Around and out.
But even that shot was forced outside the paint. Jimani McNeese has had a terrific first half.
Young from the elbow short. He wanted a foul call.
Great defense by Kerwin Roach. And Roach has guarded some great players this year. Devontae Graham, Grayson Allen.
Colin Sexton.
Yep. Really one of the best defenders in the country.
Alabama getting a nice win at Florida. Another crazy day in college hoops. Duke losing at the Garden in New York.
Go pick it up.
You can pick it up. You just can't dribble it again. Report a breakdown from the guys of Trae Young's first half, and trouble for the Blue Bloods earlier today on a number of fronts. Maria's with Jay, Will, and Seth.
Yeah, let's get the thoughts on Trae Young first.
Just turned it over. The shot selection's been poor. Their defensive transition horrendous. Yet they're right in this game. If I'm Texas, I feel pretty good about myself. But I got some stuff I got to clean up at the half.
Yeah, all right. We'll hear more from these guys in the halftime report coming up soon, Dan.
All right, down by only 3.
And that's the 6th three-point field goal by Texas, a team that has not been considered a good shooting team, but the three-point line keeping them in it right now.
And that's got them on their feet, and here's a steal by Roach.
That was all part of the Texas plan to trap Trae Young, have 2 interceptors and a goalie, and take it the other way for a score. Defense to offense.
And James turns it over on a travel. Hall in Bloomington to take on the Hoosiers, where it is always a great environment. You know as well as I do, maybe better, when they're playing well. Indiana at home, even if they might be a little undermanned compared to the opponent, they can put up an incredible fight, and that building
has been on the receiving end, but everything has been easy for Jimani McNeese. I'm going to start calling him Amateur McNeese because he plays for the love of the game.
Final seconds of the half. Osietkowski for 3. And we will go to the
better and better. He's starting to play lower in the post. Early in the season, he was easy to knock off his position because he wasn't down low and strong.
And Oklahoma nearly a turnover. It winds up with Young, and he knocks down his first shot of the second half.
Boy, that kind of turnover really hurts. One, he got the opportunity in the game to watch the ball go through the net, and it does not take much to get this young man started. He is a big-time scorer.
And we mentioned in the first half how lethal he's been in the second half of games in conference play, averaging better than 21 points in the second half. More than anybody else in the league is averaging in the entire game in league play.
Jace Febres is a really good shooter. He can really help this team. He's been playing a lot more minutes of late, started 7 of the last 8 games. Right away for poise in the post, and then went right up and over a very good defender and shot blocker in Kadeem Lattin.
Lattin hampered by foul trouble in the first half, played only 4 minutes. Bamba with another rebound. If he does pick up a double-double today, it'll be
on out of bounds underneath. You have got to be alert to everyone when he has the ball, even when he's taking it out under.
Febres a little bit too strong, and Young down with a rebound.
It was too strong and too soon. I mean, really, Texas isn't making Oklahoma guard.
Young all the way to the
double high ball screen, a roll and pop.
Febres with a Young on it. Coleman can't get the shot off. Roach will. And Young with another rebound.
It almost looked like a double dribble there by Trae Young. Looking like he was trying to pick the ball up to pass it. Well, Trae communication in transition, no talk by this young Texas team. And if you don't have a complete and utter awareness for Trae Young and what he is doing at all times, you are going to get burned.
Great slip to the goal there by Latin, and Young just picked up his.
But Jaren Jackson I have is the fifth best American prospect in college. And you can see Trae Young, Mo Bamba 3 and 4. Another turnover for Texas.
Young misses the three. Offensive rebound. Odom's great.
Off the floor. Boy, that ball is an extension of the hand of Trae Young. A fantastic handle.
Floater will go for on their way to the court. And Kadeem Latin's digging that.
I think Oklahoma's also digging the points they're able to score in the paint. 40 of the 50 Oklahoma's points have been scored in Texas's paint. That's a remarkable statistic. Oklahoma in this game, 67% in the second half. Although Oklahoma's gone 3 of 15 from 3. They're just getting so many layups in transition. Points off turnovers, second chance points, fast break points. It has all been in Oklahoma's favor.
Roach went right by Young, but missed the layup. Young with 5 points in the first half, 7 in the second half. Misses that deep three.
That was from 32 feet.
Roach, what a drive.
With bad shot by Oklahoma, and Texas able to turn the tables and get something in transition off of poor Oklahoma offense. And for the most part, Trae Young's gotten those bad shots out of his game.
Since the Oklahoma State game.
Yes.
3 games since. Fewer shots, more efficient since that.
Boy, Dan, isn't it amazing what a couple of stops will do? And now all of a sudden some game pressure back on Oklahoma. And the crowd back in the game.
Whoa. And Texas with a chance to cut even further into the deficit. Young trying to deny Roach, so Coleman will miss the slam. And look at the speed by Young.
Line off that game against Texas Tech. He missed 3 free throws, fouled. They lost in overtime. Misses that dunk and then comes back, has the guts to knock down that corner 3. That's a big-time play by Matt Coleman.
And they're saying he had a foot on the line, so it's a long 2 for Coleman. 4-point lead, Oklahoma. Young well off, another bad one. Roach in transition.
And he got fouled. That was a missed call by the officials who were right on the foul across the face of a shooter. That's hard to imagine.
Roach, by the way, he's playing well. He's guarding Young, and he's also 5 for 7, a dozen points.
And he's had 3 20-point games his last 5 games.
There's the first block of the night for Bamba. His 96th on the season. Young, an air ball on a 3.
Well, Trae Young has lost composure.
Yep.
Really surprising.
And Texas with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Good job by Young there, not letting Kerwin Roach get the ball. Boy, how about the maturity of Matt Coleman, the freshman? The lefty.
Roach driving, floater. And down with it is James for the Sooners. Crowd thought West Virginia pounded Kansas State earlier today. A much-needed win for the Mountaineers, who will take on Trae Young in Oklahoma in Norman. Big Monday night, 9 Eastern here on ESPN.
Well, Lon Kruger is going to Rashard Odoms to let him get to that one. He can shoot. That's what he does best.
Ositkowski.
It's just not a good shot. I mean, he can make that shot, but it's off one pass. The defense never moved. You're not going to get any rebounding off that.
And the floater has been the
guys.
Roach back in the game with 3 fouls.
Good pass.
Ositkowski, they play on. Open look, Coleman. Got it! And the Longhorns right back in it again. And another long pass leading in this case to a foul against the Longhorns.
Coming in.
And rarely comes out of the game. Bamba. Lots of time. Roach for three. And that'll start the break. And a great play by Coleman to deflect that pass.
Numbers.
Coleman driving. Gets it to go. And again in transition. This time it'll pay off. McGusty. Coleman on Young right now.
Here's the trap. That's a smart play by Young to back out that trap and throw out of it.
And there's a pro play right there.
That about. Yeah, touches him on the head. He just went right into that arm when he did that. Just a smart play. Not a very smart play by Osikowski. You don't mess with another man's hair.
And 3 free throws the result, and Young is a terrific free throw shooter, 83%.
Could you imagine the fight you would have if you did that to Reese Davis?
Whereas you and I would just go about we would just go about our day.
We'd be happy for the attention.
Yeah, that's right. Bamba out, Sims in for Texas.
The officials have not refereed the head very well.
No. Michigan State fair in hostile territory tonight.
Last time Duke, Kentucky, and Kansas all lost on the same day to unranked teams was in the 1970s when Nixon was president. The Beatles were still together.
Slow to get up is Christian Doolittle, but he appears to be okay. What a big win for Chris Mullen and St. John's today. Shamori Pons was outstanding as St. John's beats Duke. Young lob and the finish for McNeese.
What a big-time play. Toss it up. That's much like Kentucky does things when they get in the lane. Toss it up and let their big guys go get it when you help up.
And his passing has been by far the best part of his game here tonight. The nation's leader in assists has a dozen. A career-high 16 points now for McNeese. Osikowski. And Oklahoma ball as the momentum has shifted back in favor of the Sooners.
It's really been one look at it, and that's it. Very few, if any, offensive rebounds for Texas. Oklahoma's done a great job of cleaning up their defensive board.
Young got by Coleman easily, but he missed the floater. Roach gets a look at a three. Huge bucket for Texas.
Boy, poor job by Trae Young. Just got stuck on that little screen at the top of the key, and Roach stood behind it and launched that three.
Young playing off the ball a little bit on this possession. Now he gets it back. They trap him to take it out of his hands. Can Oklahoma make a lead? The Vols are a force to be reckoned with this year. Meanwhile here, good one between Oklahoma and Texas. The Sooners trying to move into a three-way tie for top spot of the Big 12 with Texas Tech and Kansas if they can get a win here tonight. Bamba foul.
That was a set called. Isn't that a flagrant? Hit him right in the neck.
Right.
Like, what's the difference between that and what happened with Osikowski in the first half? And the answer is nothing. They didn't even look. And that's why that rule is so messed up.
Young called for the foul.
Especially of late. Really matured into a fine player. Kerwin Roach is one of the best defenders in the country. But his offense has really come a long way this season, especially in the last 5 games.
And Texas has it back down to 2 again.
Matt Coleman has done a very nice job when he has been matched up on Trae Young.
Ball screen to try to free up Young. And the lob pass picked off by Osikowski. And the foul. Tied at 66. Young off a screen. Corner three. Young now 7 for 20 on the game. 2 for 12 from three-point range.
See if they run 3 up again. It looks like they're going to. Here it comes.
Driving Coleman. It'll go!
Boy, Matt Coleman has been absolutely magnificent in this second half. On both ends of the floor.
Wow.
I mean, those are degree of difficulty, tough shots. So now they're going to go with Eric Davis to try to get the switch. And there it is. So now Coleman should take on Trae Young, go right by him.
He's trying. Young knocks it away.
A good play by Trae Young. Just stayed in front. That was a really good play by Young.
Let's see if he tries to drive, get to the basket, find somebody. That's where he's had his most success in this game. Odoms tried to dump it down to Manick, and the Sooners in magnificent form tonight. He has 18 points, 8 for 12 from the floor, and playing well at the defensive end as well.
Yeah, he has been absolutely outstanding all game long. Boy, Texas with the double team, with a great chance to win it.
Coleman on Young. The lob over the top for Manick makes it a 2-point game.
Boy, when that elbow screen, that back pick comes, you've got to call that out and get into the way of the cutter.
Young hounding Davis, who gets away from him.
Somebody's open. It's Coleman.
With a trap in the corner, and Davis.
Because Shaka Smart wanted to have Trae Young coming off the bench with his firepower and have more of a pass-first guy to start, just to move the ball with all those great players he had.
Young cradles it. The pass deflected away.
Right now, can Oklahoma get a stop? Can Texas stretch this lead out at home? This could very well be the difference in the game, this one possession.
Roach driving on Young. Handoff Bamba. And they're going to get a tie-up, but that'll turn it back over to Oklahoma, saying, give us all you got.
Well, you might think that the priority is Trae Young right here, but the priority is to play the ball.
Young turns it over into the final minute. And now they're going to start.
Fabulous.
A game high 22 for the freshman. Young. Another miss from beyond the arc. Roach saying, let's go, down to Davis. The lob for Bamba.
Texas needs to send somebody long.
Into Coleman. Seconds ticking away. Finally the foul.